Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kelly, and before I get started, I'm going to say almost happy Halloween. It is the week before Halloween. Halloween is my favorite time of the year. Fall is my favorite time of the year. So that being said, I have a whole bunch of spooky videos, and I should be putting them in a playlist very soon, but you know what? I don't know how that's going to happen because I have a lot of story times and stuff. This is a creepy story time, so grab your popcorn, grab your drink, and sit down and relax and just chill out with me, and we're gonna get right on into it. Before I get started, if you like creepy story times, please thumbs this up, and also please subscribe and become a part of my little family here on YouTube. We're almost 1,000 strong. Let's get right on into it. So this story is about how I thought my niece was, how I thought she was possessed, and That being said loosely, to premise this video or to premise this story, I'm going to say that my parents and my sister and her husband, they were all in Canada, and I could not go because I was student teaching at the time. And that being said, I had conferences, parent-teacher conferences, for 2 days out of the 4 days that they were gone, so I could not go. Unfortunately, I really wish I could, but you know what? That's how the cookie crumbles. But anyway, this happened Saturday, and Friday my boyfriend was out on the deck doing something. I think he just wanted fresh air or whatever. He went outside, got some fresh air, and he heard something running around the backyard. This happened in February, so it was cold out, and it was very, I think it was snowy out at that time. So the next morning we checked if there were footprints. Nothing, no footprints at all in the snow. And he told me that night that he heard that, and he goes, okay, we're not leaving each other's side. You know, wherever you go, I go, and wherever I go, you go, type of thing. So it was okay with me. You know, that's the same thing at his house. His house is more spiritually haunted than mine. And this is the first time that thing has ever happened to me here. So Saturday morning, my sister-in-law contacts me, and she's like, "Hey Kelly, would you mind watching your niece?" And I was like, "Sure, you know, why not? I don't really mind watching her any other time. So we're not doing anything tonight, so why not just watch her?" So they come over around 6. It was dark out. And they give her, I think they gave her McDonald's, so she had chicken nuggets and French fries. And she was eating in the dining room. And the way the dining room is set up, there's a long table in the middle of the room. And then there's a hutch, and then there's her high chair. She was 1 at the time. Now she's 3, so it was 2 years ago. So she was sitting in her high chair, and I was sitting right in front of her at the dining room table. So the dining room isn't very big. It's kind of a very rectangular room. And the way that you can get in, either you can come around and there's a big opening, or there's a swinging door to the kitchen. And so the swinging door is normally always open unless we have my doggle in there and she's just chilling out for the night. That's her bedtime, whatever. She normally sleeps in the kitchen. She has her bed and stuff. So we had the swinging door open, and Rob came in. She was eating her food. Rob came in to tell me something, and all of a sudden my niece goes squishing her chicken nuggets. Her eyes were open. When he went out of the room, she went back to eating her chicken nuggets. This happened about 3 or 4 more times. The last time this happened, I looked at her eyes. Guys, they were rolled back in her head. I was like, oh my gosh, my niece is possessed. What?
I forgot to add that we were trying to coax her out of it by saying her name over and over and over again, and she would not come out of her trance. So we just kind of did the same thing for the 3 or 4 more times, and it didn't work. So she was basically in a trance. Her eyes were back in her head, and it was just totally scary.
What's going on? And then after he went out again, he retreated back into the kitchen just so that she could eat her food. and it was probably around 7:30 at this point, so she was like getting tired of eating, so I took her out of her high chair and we sat on the couch with Rob. He sat on the opposite end of the couch, and she did not want any parts of it. My niece just cried and cried and cried until he retreated back in the kitchen, and not too far in case something happened, but he retreated back into the kitchen and he left me and my niece to watch a movie, and then my sister-in-law and my brother came and picked up my niece, and then they left, and we're like, okay, that's really creepy. Yeah, if you guys like these types of videos, thumbs this up. Also, become a part of my little family and hit that beautiful red button down below. Subscribe. We are almost 1,000 strong. I love you guys. Stay beautiful and positive and do something spooky. Bye.